Hello Cretech, hello world, and welcome to sunny Oslo, Norway, or as some would say, the home of fresh air. But it's also the home of Airthings, a global leader in indoor air quality and radon gas monitoring. Take a deep breath, because I've only got another 9 minutes and 43 seconds to introduce you to our suite of wireless and battery-operated indoor air quality devices that make it easy to monitor and optimize the air quality in your buildings. But let's not dither here, because often the air quality inside is 5 times worse than the outer air quality. So let's go on inside, not here, but to our offices, and let's talk about where the real problem lies. We all take 20,000 breaths of air a day, and there's a lot more than oxygen in each of those breaths. Research is increasingly expanding our awareness of how the air we're breathing is not only affecting our health and our well-being, but also our cognitive abilities. We're now in the Airthings offices, and the air that me and my colleagues are breathing are monitored by the Airthings Wave Plus, which is the battery-operated indoor air quality device that is continuously monitoring to ensure that the air in our offices are optimal for energetic, creative and innovative work. Curiously, the human body is not equipped to detect or evaluate the quality of the air we're breathing. Most dangers are invisible to our senses. Take radon gas, for example. It's an inert gas that we cannot see, smell or taste, but the dangers it poses to our bodies is far from invisible. Similarly with dust particles in the air, or PM, particulate matter. The smaller they get, the more damaging they are to our lungs. In fact, the dust that you see in the air is not by far as dangerous as the ones that are invisible to the naked eye. I think both of these are great examples for why we need IoT and sensors to augment our sensing abilities to judge whether our indoor environment is optimal. It was this realization that inspired 3 Norwegian scientists working at CERN in Switzerland to found Airthings. CERN is the European Centre for Nuclear Research and home of the 27-kilometer wide epic Large Hadron Collider. 13 years later, Airthings have become a global leader in indoor air quality monitoring, and we've sold hundreds of thousands of IoT devices from our offices here in Oslo, Germany, England, Canada and the United States. The flagship product for Airthings for Business is the Airthings Wave Plus. It's a wireless battery-operated indoor environment sensor that continuously monitors 7 parameters. Every 5 minutes, it records the CO2 levels, the volatile organic compounds, the temperature, humidity, pressure, light and radon gas levels in the space it monitors. Radon is a radioactive gas that we find all around us, but it becomes damaging for our bodies as the concentration rises, particularly in buildings. Radon is the #1 cause of lung cancer for non-smokers, resulting in more than 40,000 deaths a year in Europe and the United States. To illustrate how harmful radon is to our bodies, let me show you my favorite YouTube video. This is radon gas in a cloud chamber, and the contrails are the little lines of smoke. It's the energy released when the radon molecule decays. If this happens while radon is inside your lungs, it could damage your lung cell DNA and cause a cancer-inducing mutation. Harvard University and Syracuse University jointly conducted the seminal COG-FX study, which greatly advanced our understanding of what the sick building syndrome really entails. They created a controlled environment where they changed the levels of CO2 and volatile organic compounds in an office space where normal office workers were doing their work. When they ensured that the CO2 and VOC levels were well below the recommended levels, they saw a significant increase in the cognitive abilities of the participants. Thus, cognitively, we're actually better off making important strategic decisions before going into a 2-hour-long meeting than afterwards, due to the deteriorating air quality in badly ventilated meeting rooms. Air quality also concerns our health. Here at Airthings, we've recently started returning to our offices after several months of remote working. And one of the actions we put in place to ensure that we have a healthy working space is to monitor and control the relative humidity in the space so it remains within a range that we know is less conducive to the spread of airborne infectious diseases. Let me show you how easy it is to get started with air quality monitoring. We have a meeting room downstairs and we still haven't installed some sensors. Join me and let's get it set up. Let's start monitoring this new meeting room we have with the Airthings for Business solution. It's so easy, literally anyone can do it. The first thing to do is set up the Airthings hub. This is the gateway that wirelessly connects to all the indoor air quality sensors in your building and transmits them to the Airthings cloud using the built-in SIM card for cellular modem connection. You don't need to connect this to your local network. All you have to do is register the device to your account and plug it in to give it power. Once the hub is connected, we can start mounting the Airthings Wave Plus. These wirelessly connect to the hub, and each hub can support up to 30 devices, so you need very few hubs in each installation. Again, all you have to do is register your device to your account, pull out the battery tab, and it already starts looking for the closest hub and transmits data to the cloud. The Airthings Wave Plus and Hub have now successfully connected to the Airthings cloud, and we can access all our data in the Airthings dashboard. It's very easy to check in our meeting room we're sitting in now that our radon levels, our volatile organic compounds, CO2, humidity levels, temperature, pressure, even light levels are within the recommended levels. So we're good here. If you want to get a spatial overview of your office, I've also uploaded a floor plan from our offices here, and very quickly I can check what the various temperatures are within our space and that the CO2, and can see that the CO2 levels in our developer area is a bit lower than in marketing and sales. I think what's great with IoT devices and property technology is the ability to integrate into other systems. Integrations are available through a webhook or a REST API, which makes it very easy for you to send this data to another dashboard or bring it into your BMS if you want to automate and run your HVAC system using the Airtank sensors. These are easily accessible in the dashboard and can be configured here with documentation available both on our GitHub page and our developer pages. Without the insight into how your building is being used and how the air quality varies throughout the day based on when people are present and not present, you don't have the insight to truly optimize your HVAC systems. I often find buildings that are overventilated or underventilated because they don't have the understanding of how air quality varies throughout the day. This became particularly apparent during the COVID-19 lockdowns, when a lot of buildings continue running as if it was normally operated, even though no one was present in the buildings. At Airthings, we believe that understanding the air we breathe at home and at work is an essential part of a healthy lifestyle. Even when we buy a hamburger, it has a full nutritional breakdown of why it's good and not good for our bodies. And most of us now are wearing smartwatches that's monitoring every heartbeat and the activity that we do throughout the day in order for us to optimize and improve the way we live a healthier, better life. Why not have the same level of insight into the air that we're breathing every day indoors? At the same time, we provide an incredibly powerful tool for building owners, operators, and facility managers, giving them the data and insight to truly optimize the running of their HVAC systems. So thank you very much for joining me and Airthings here in Oslo today, and enjoy the rest of CRETech.
Guten Tag from beautiful Berlin. My name is Daniel, and I'm a co-founder here at Ridixdata, the easy-to-use analytics platform for commercial real estate. I want to spend the upcoming minutes to explain to you why we at Ridixdata are convinced that rent rolls are among the most important data sets in commercial real estate, and why its value in terms of insightful information hasn't been leveraged yet. I will introduce you to the web-based Ridixdata Platform, which is the best-in-class rent roll analytics solution. Whether you're a banker or lender, whether you're a broker or consultant, investor or asset manager, you continuously face the challenge of receiving a high number of unstructured and faulty rent rolls in various formats. The information underlying these files is extremely valuable as it contains unit-level income information for any asset and portfolio, which allows you to detect the risks and opportunities to focus on. On the opposite, the process to derive this game-changing information is broken, time-consuming, and error-prone. You and your team spend hours preparing and crunching data to finally keep the analysis on a local drive inaccessible for any future analysis or benchmark by you and your team. Jumping now to the Ridixdata Platform, you will see how we automatically structure and analyze any rent roll and make the analytics available to anyone in your company. We strongly believe that data analytics does not end at data structuring, but by enabling anyone to make solid and data-driven decisions. Via standard APIs, you can connect your valuation, cash flow, or risk scoring solution to seamlessly process the data within your internal processes and solutions. Connecting a portfolio rent roll to the Ridixdata platform is as easy as dragging and dropping the rent roll file right here. The process itself is fully automated, which means there's no manual work for you needed. You do not need to select headers, manually prepare the data, or put the data into a template. Over the course of processing more than 50,000 rent rolls here at Ridixdata, we have developed a fully automated machine learning technology, which allows us to automatically detect the data within your data sets, extract the data, structure the data, and process the data to our database. By doing so, we also check the data itself for errors and faults which might occur within the sets. For sure, you keep ownership of your data at any point of time, and the connection itself is encrypted. The technology is fully location agnostic, and we can handle multiple languages and any currency within your datasets. Once the files are on our platform, you can access a list of all the assets you have ever connected to the platform. By all the assets, we do not just mean the assets which you do have under management, but all assets which ever passed your desk. Meaning all deals which have been ever offered to you can be connected to the platform. Everything you ever check to potentially invest in can be connected to our platform. By doing so, you build up an internal comparable database, which allows you and your team to benchmark any potential future deal, to benchmark your own portfolio, or benchmark the performance of your letting managers. You can easily filter search and analyze a huge amount of assets within the platform. Assuming you're interested in residential assets with a vacancy of more than 3%, it takes you 2 clicks to prepare this set of assets. If you want to further analyze the performance of a specific asset, we already have prepared for you dashboards in order to analyze the performance of assets itself. If you're interested in the performance of the mid-size apartments which have been rented out in 2018, it takes you 2 clicks to analyze and create this set of units. You can easily see that you rented out 59 units of a mid-size in 2018 for a total annual rent of 638,000 per year. Climbing up the ladder of analytics, we also prepared for you a portfolio overview which allows you to analyze the general structure and distribution of your overall portfolio. Assuming you're interested in the local distribution of your portfolio in Germany, it takes you a click to dive deep here and to view the distribution within Germany itself. You can go even deeper to specific cities and view the location distribution across specific cities and the regarding districts here. A very common use case lately in dynamic and demanding times like these has also been to analyze the exposure to specific tenants within your portfolio. Assuming you want to know the share of Aldi, the German grocery retailer within your portfolio, you just select this tenant and see that you have in total 5 assets in which Aldi is a tenant with a total rent of 1.73 million and a WALT of 7.5 years. So you can stay rather calm in this case, as you can see here the expiring leases are upcoming in not within the next years, but the years after. Let's assume for now you're in the middle of a transaction. You're considering whether to buy or not buy a specific portfolio and whether it's in line with your investment strategy. Assuming your investment strategy allows you to only keep the share of retail within your portfolio up to 50%, you can see that you're currently fine. You have 44.6% of retail within your portfolio, so you can potentially consider to buy and add on some retail units. As someone is offering to you a retail portfolio which you are currently checking to invest in, you can just easily select this portfolio here and simulate how the structure and exposure of your portfolio would change once you add this portfolio to the assets you already have under management. As you can see here, this would increase the share of retail within your portfolio to 55%. This means you potentially might violate your own investment strategy. So processing on this due diligence of this deal doesn't make any further sense, as acquiring this portfolio, at least for this SPV in this case, might not be an option here. For sure, you can export all the information and underlying data you're seeing here. We have prepared for you PDFs, image exports, and also for sure the data itself in spreadsheets. As the data itself is already structured, you can connect your cash flow models, valuation tools, risk scoring tools, any kind of solution which you internally use to further process the underlying income information from the rental itself in order to create the analytics you need in order to make the right decisions. So all of this data crunching is already being prepared here. The whole solution is a white label solution, so you can share data also with your external shareholder as it will be appearing in the look and feel of your company. We have very detailed user rights, which allow you to specifically decide which user can access which data for which period of time, and you're also able to monitor the usage and analysis of the data through the user itself. Also, we connected multiple data rooms to our platform, so you can directly access the underlying documents of a specific transaction or of the portfolio you have under management via our platform. So in a nutshell, we are offering to you rental analytics within minutes. It takes you a few clicks to structure and prepare any analysis you need in order to decide on whether to continue with a specific transaction, in order to analyze the performance of your letting managers, in order to assess the risk you might have in specific locations due to specific tenants, or to assess whether adding or buying a further portfolio is in line with your general investment strategy. If you want to learn more about our state-of-the-art analytics platform, if you want to get a more extended demo or even start a pilot or trial period with us, feel free to reach out to me via ds@ridixdata.com. I'd be happy to give you more insights. Thanks a lot for listening. Stay healthy and keep your decisions based on data. Auf Wiedersehen.
Hello, I'm Gareth Jordan from Art Software Group, and in this session we're going to be looking at our analytics solution, Retail Advantage, coupled with our key focus and expertise, which is in supporting and connecting mixed-use retail and leisure destinations. I'm sure most people would agree, working, shopping, socialising, pretty much every aspect of life looks different right now. So in terms of real estate, never has the real aspect been more important and also held so much potential. Consumers are tethered to their tech devices, craving the satisfaction gained from authentic human connection, something they've not had since the removal of everyday social experiences, and they have been missing easily accessible, safe, physical spaces. Depending on where you are in the world, most things have been or are on pause, of course, for the moment, but the ties to tech devices while people work from home or seek entertainment during lockdowns or social distancing are only getting tighter, and that has been accelerating digitization and also often has revealed the need to upgrade processes and tools in many businesses. But it is also making retail and leisure destinations, those that provide security and a warm welcome, even more appealing, particularly those with a broad offering. Without going into excessive detail about our background, I'll just say that we are an experienced UK-based business with international reach. And we've been working with property groups and retail assets now for over 20 years. Of course, a lot has changed in that time, but the same holds true when measuring the progress and success of these destinations. Drawing value still relies on immediate access to the right information. Retail Advantage, our digital platform, has been designed for mixed-use retail destination management, property groups and their tenants, and helps users to enhance growth and develop a community focused on performance objectives. What we're going to do today is briefly explore the concepts of the Retail Advantage platform and also take a brief look at some of the tools. In the recent past, multi-use property has been a strong enabler of asset value growth. In these uncertain times, that may be of benefit as well. But what is certain, as these environments diversify and evolve, there will be far more to consider when investing in and managing commercial real estate. And so it will be essential to have better strategic visibility and a greater understanding of progress. The goal is to create and maintain momentum in mixed-use retail and leisure destinations. The way we do this is using a blend of features from our value-driven analytics platform, Retail Advantage. Now, Retail Advantage has been an essential tool for many leading industry professionals to analyse performance. And never has there been a more important time to do that than now. Most categories in retail, leisure, and in particular food and beverage, are desperate to increase revenues. And for those that have implemented or have now decided to make the move to implementing turnover-based leases or other new lease structures, clear and focused monitoring of performance is key. Retail Advantage collects data from tenants through a variety of methods and brings that information together with other data such as weather, movement, traffic, staff commentary and other benchmarks to provide reporting and insights that come through 20 years' experience of working with landlords, bridging the relationship between occupiers and managers to drive sales and profitability. Retail Advantage provides dashboards and fast access monitoring tools to keep teams apprised of progress and potential problems. Mapping tools provide new explorative methods to understand environments and see things from a variety of perspectives. Events and marketing tools assist teams to get the best return on investment from their promotions and other marketing initiatives. Explore the impact on different stores from the same advertisement at different times of the year, for instance, and look at how a promotion that is strong for some stores may negatively impact others. A vast array of industry-standard reporting is configured and readily available within the platform. Site teams can even log commentary for periodic reports, with all supporting information instantly populated ready to pass to investors or other stakeholders. Community tools focus on communication with brands and other occupiers, for example sharing of important documents or views of upcoming on-site or nearby events. The focus is on giving them the information they need to prepare staffing and decide on strategies in good time to make their efforts count. To a certain extent, the global mood has shifted now, and consumers and businesses are looking to act with a heightened sense of purpose. Immediate access to a unified and accurate view of how retail is performing through recovery is essential to give teams the analytics they can and really should be acting on. I believe, and I think it is becoming a more widely held view across the industry now, that we need to create a connected community for staff and industry professionals, giving brand partners the information they need to capitalise and convert sales, and to provide visibility and strategic insight to those managing mixed-use retail assets. It's more important than ever to measure real activities and operations as accurately as you can. If you're not able to clearly and most importantly quickly understand everything from your front lines, you cannot effectively manage across the breadth of retail and leisure assets. If you're looking to improve data capture or seeking a better return on investment on existing data and perhaps enhancing that with data collection, that's what we do. This is the age of sharing, and that really does include analytics. There's rightly been a huge push to deliver a connected customer experience. The Retail Advantage platform expands this concept communicating and sharing live information to create connected stores that support retail efforts. The aim is to help create a community where asset managers, shopping centres, outlets, high streets and other locations can work together with retail brands to get the best performance, fueled by up-to-date information. Our experience shows that businesses benefit by expanding access to data with views and insights that are tailored to different roles. Access to intelligence and good staff communication channels can have a significant impact on the overall workforce experience, which in turn helps to attract and retain new talent. Retail Advantage is a platform for people to connect. Immediate access to data is helping landlords and tenants with the timely intelligence they need. Alongside safe and enticing environments, successful reopening and continuation of that requires immediate access to an accurate view of how retail and leisure destinations perform. From corporate level analysis covering multiple retail sites, units or geographies to day-to-day operational reporting. Access to analytics at the right time and in the right format for different users is invaluable. Employees have come to expect the same level of technology in their personal and work lives, so don't disappoint them. Community tools to provide effective analytics and reporting methods will prove even more important for retail and leisure destinations that want to win and engage customers as well as supporting tenants. Communication through technology makes any retail environment more like a community. Property owners use the real-time data to optimize features based on how customers and tenants are using the destination. A tailored approach like Retail Advantage, though, it doesn't have to replace architecture that is already there. Naturally, if existing systems are particularly old or not living up to expectations, then using our platform would bring these up to date and possibly replace them over time. But that doesn't have to be the case, especially for very focused and niche tools. The key really is to take what insights are useful for the wider business and make these available where they are needed. Disruptive times can be addressed through collaboration. As the future of real estate unfolds and we continue to shape the spaces we live in, network and play, it will become increasingly more important to collaborate. And data will be a key driver for this, informing us as we innovate and experiment. It would be a pleasure to connect and discuss the projects you have and where using Retail Advantage could help. Please visit our virtual booth here or get in touch with me, gareth.jordan@artsoftwaregroup.com, or indeed on LinkedIn. Very happy to connect there. Thank you very much.